What is going on, guys? My name is Eric, one of the Zap Twins. Welcome to our channel. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button, like, comment on this after you watch the video. I hope you guys are going to see a lot of value in this. Again, my name is Eric. I'm one of the two Zap Twins. We run a program called the FBA Startup where we teach people how to grow Amazon businesses, not just launch a product on Amazon, but how to build a sustainable brand, how to use different tools to be able to grow that brand on and off Amazon. And one of the biggest things that we really focus on when we're on the Amazon platform is pay-per-click advertising. In the past, and I know I've been awful for this, so I apologize, but we were doing a PPC Hack Series, and I'm the PPC guy, I'm the advertising guy when it comes to me and Brian. I'm just more so the guy that's the analytical guy. I like looking at the numbers, and I really honed into PPC when we started scaling on Amazon. A strategy that I developed, I wouldn't say developed because this has been out there for a while, but I call it the scroll method. So in this lesson today, I'm going to talk to you guys about how exactly we implement strategy and are more specific in how we target specific ASINs in order to capitalize on a particular variable. For those of you guys who know, and if you guys have watched any of my later or earlier videos on PPC as a whole, I'm a big structure guy, right? I like testing one variable at a time, one hypothesis at a time to see what's going to work with my particular product, my particular brand, and then I take what works and I scale out from there. Okay, so in this video, we're gonna talk a lot about how you can strategically put a variable into place and target particular ASINs based off whatever variable you are using in order to increase sales and make a lot of money through product targeting by hitting a lot of low-hanging fruit. Okay, if you're not doing this, make sure you watch to the end of the video because I'm gonna break down exactly how you can do this. And if you don't already know how to launch pay-per-click campaigns, we have a small PPC course that you can definitely learn that on, or book a call with our team to learn a little bit more about how we can help you grow your Amazon sales or start your business as a whole. See you on the inside, guys. This one's gonna be great. If you have any questions, again, don't be afraid to comment below and I'm happy to answer those. And if you are looking for particular PPC strategies and don't know where to start, feel free to drop a comment below, send us a message. You can hit us up on Instagram. All of our links will be down in the description, and we will show you exactly, or potentially maybe craft some videos on exactly how to do those strategies. So it's gonna be good, guys.
All right, guys, so let's jump right into it. Today we're going to be doing, as mentioned before, a method that I like to call the scroll method. Basically finding, and it's more of a strategic way of how you can exactly find ASINs and product targets that you can apply a strategy to really see what will work best with your particular product. Okay, so in the scroll method, essentially, again, the targeting type that we're going to be using is manual targeting, specifically product targeting. And it's as simple as it sounds. We're going to be scrolling, taking note of a few things on here. I have a sheet set up on this side here, essentially to outline what we're going to be looking for. So I'll hop into the sheet here. Let's go ahead and just zoom in really quickly here. So for instance, if I was selling floating shelf brackets, that was one of my products. First off, I always like to put product stats just for visibility. It's a lot easier for us to look and see exactly where our product stands as opposed to all of our other competitors that are in here. Okay, so floating shelf brackets, we are selling an 8-pack. Okay, so floating shelf brackets, 8-pack, you can put, let's say that they're black, yada, 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 whatever you think is best for you to see in order for you to apply and find these particular boxes here. Price points, $19.99, review count, 1,210 reviews. And a rating score of 4.8. Okay, so this is going to be useful. Again, this is what we're looking at, and I'll show you why it's good to take note of this. In the scroll method, as simple as it sounds, as I mentioned before, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be scrolling and taking note of ASINs that meet either a higher price than us, also an 8-pack, or potentially a 6-pack, right? So if we are selling an 8-pack and somebody's selling a 6-pack for more money than us, then that's a good opportunity for us to take that traffic from them. Review count, right? So low reviews means that, I like to do a considerable amount lower. Now I'm at 1,210. If I found ones that were 500 and below, 600 and below, even 800 and below, it depends on how strategic you want to get to it. Ultimately, the lower the reviews, the better. Okay, and then rating score. So 4.8, that leads to a 5-star on the actual, none of these are 5 stars. So this gives us an opportunity, for this example, let's just say 4.7, which leads to a 4.5-star rating by the looks of this, right? This is a 4.5 star. Okay, so again, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be scrolling and we're going to be identifying what ASINs will fit into these different categories. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a handful of these actual ones. So this is a 6-piece. Now again, our price is $19.99, or this is an 8-piece. Our price is $19.99, but this person's selling at $16.95, and he has a higher review count to us. So in a scenario like this, I probably wouldn't go after this person because strategically speaking, I may not be able to successfully take their particular traffic. Okay. The other thing to keep in mind is that you want to make sure that you are in fact going and trying to find the exact same product. So for this example, we're using these floating shelf brackets as opposed to these ones on the side here. So we're going to keep scrolling until we start finding ones that will be better for us. Okay, so this right here, so $23.97, we have low reviews, we have a higher price, and they're selling a 6-piece. Now, again, this is just an example, but the more specific you can get, the better it's going to be. So for instance, this is an 8-inch. We want to also make sure that we're looking at 8 inches as well. Let's go ahead and open that one there. 8-piece. Here, to make this a bit easier, let's go ahead and say our price is going to be $14.99. Just for the sake of the example, we'll go back up here. So we're scrolling. We see an 8-piece 6-inch at $16.95. So we'll go ahead and open this guy up again. I like just opening it up in tab. It allows me to look at the listing, see if they have any unique benefits to it, see if they have anything special about their product that we may not be able to compete on. So it gives us a better grasp as to how we can actually go after them and if we can take that type of traffic from them. Okay, so we have this one here. We have this one. I believe that we already opened up that one there. So this is 8 pieces at $17.95. I wouldn't go after that one. We're going to keep scrolling. 16 pieces, 8 pieces at $15.95. So we're going to do this one too. 8 pieces at $24.97. We're going to open up that one too. And basically the goal here is to open up as many as you possibly can. I typically like to go back all the way back into page 4, page 5. And the reason why, as you're going further back, they're not going to have as much traffic, but if they're running any pay-per-click advertising, and if you can get a click into a sale on a few of those, then that will make it worth it. Ultimately, the ones on page 1 are going to be the one where you're going to be able to take more traffic from them. Okay, so 4 pieces here. We have an 8-piece, this one's more. 16 pieces. Got another one here. Got another one here. Got another one here. Sorry for Spencer or for clicking your sponsored ad there, man. This is a 6-piece and is more expensive. So again, 6-piece, but is more expensive to us, then we can go ahead and target that for sure. That's some really low-hanging fruit for us. Another scenario like that. This is a 10-inch, but much more expensive. So I might go after this one here. Now, again, if you want to get very granular, you can go, if you're selling an 8-inch, only go after the 8 inches or below, or just the 8 inches as a whole. But for the example, I won't go and fine tune it exactly like that. Ultimately, the more specific you can get it, the better results you're going to get. Because again, when it comes to PPC, it's all about testing a variable, testing a hypothesis, and seeing whether or not that hypothesis is going to get you the results that you're looking for. So the more specific and the less variable to a particular hypothesis that you're testing, the better results you're going to be able to get, which means that you can comfortably or more comfortably spend money on something knowing that you're getting positive results. Okay, so I went ahead and opened up a bunch of these. Let's go ahead and actually bucket these into higher price, lower ratings, lower reviews, and lower rating. Okay, so we're going to go in here. So this guy right here, he's selling 8-piece 6-inch. He's selling at $15.95, and he's at 425 ratings. In my opinion, I like to first, if I have more ratings than somebody, that's a big thing for me. It's easier to take that traffic from somebody. So I'm going to bucket this person into, what we'll do is we're going to go lower reviews, and then also he's at a higher price, I believe. He's at a higher price as well. So I'll put them in here. Now, do keep in mind that you will have some duplicates, and it's up to you. You can test one by one. You can test, one group by one group. So you might launch this campaign versus this campaign at first, or if you're okay bidding against each other. And again, I know a lot of you people who are watching this already know this, but typically you can actually go and bid against yourself. Whoever in whatever campaign has the higher bid setup is the one that's going to win that campaign or that auction there. So that's that example here. 10-inch, we'll look at these again, like knowing the way I like to do my listings. I already know that I can compete with this person based off of these graphics, right? I can sell my product a lot better, so on and so forth. So this person here, he actually has he's selling a 6-piece and he has an 8-inch and a 10-inch. So I'll do the 10-inch and he's a much higher price than me, but also has lower ratings or lower reviews. So a lot of these I'm assuming are probably going to, based off of how we were scrolling, are going to be duplicates in here. 455. Okay, so same thing, 8-inch. Based off of how this is going, it looks like most of this product actually has a 4.5 star as well, right? So that might not be a good variable for you to test, but if you're in a market where there's a lot of people who, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. If you're in a market who has a lot of people that are at 4-star or 3.5 star, again, that's some low-hanging fruit, especially if people are in rank phase and are gunning and spending a lot of money on advertising. Could be some really good opportunity for you to actually go and take that traffic from them. So this one here, 1597, and he's lower ratings. So 1597, you know, I think I actually already did this one. No, I didn't. So I'm going to go lower reviews specifically on this one. And the reason why is because, you know, 1597 versus 1499 isn't necessarily as significant. If we actually search these ones back up. So this one's at 2590. So that's a good for a higher price there. $1 more doesn't make as big of a difference than, you know, $10 more does ultimately. So if we look at this one here, this is at 1595, so I might take this one out of the photo here as well. And the way I like to line this up is specifically by doing this. So you can see clearly that these are duplicates in here, okay? And let's go ahead and do some more examples. So if we go into this one here, we have heavy duty floating shelves, solid steel blinders, $24.97. Again, a lot higher price and still has a lot lower in reviews. So I'm gonna bucket this guy into both of these. Lower reviews and higher price. So again, you got to think about this. And logically speaking, if you can set up a strategy where you target only people that have lower reviews and a $10 higher price than you, you can pretty much, I'm not going to say guarantee because nothing is guaranteed until you get the results. What we teach and what I teach only speaks as loud as the results that you get. Get that from my PPC mentor, Sean Smith. But yeah, ultimately, if you can, you know, figure out that, hey, this is working really, really well, then that gives you the confidence that you can go and actually scale for it. So for this one here, lower reviews, not that much lower, but also $2 higher, right? So not the highest in price. I might put this one here as well. $2 is better than $1. Okay. And then we have 440, 1697. So I might just put 1699 just as a mental note here. 510 and 427. There we go. So this is higher price and lower reviews. Now this method particularly works better for these particular buckets when, of course, you have a more established listing. This guy only lower reviews because, you know, he's at 189 reviews or 189 ratings, but at a similar price point there. Yeah, so as I mentioned before, if you have an established listing, you're going to get much better results because you can actually go after the people who aren't as competitive as you in terms of reviews. Now, we all know in the Amazon world, there's a few different areas that we're always going to compete in. One of those areas is always going to be reviews and social proof, and then also how unique your product is, and then on top of that as well as price. Now, if you have a unique offer, that speaks louder than price. So if you are selling something unique, absolutely, you can charge a premium for it. Just know that it's, it has to be worth it for the customer. And then, yeah, so here we have 6-inch. So again, this guy has higher reviews, but a higher price as well, right? So in a scenario like this, 1851 reviews, has a significant amount more than me, 400 reviews. I might not even go after this person. Again, trying to hedge my bets as much as possible. And this is the same guy here. And then this guy right here. I may have even opened up some of the same listings. I'm not exactly sure. I just feel like I've seen this particular image. 2397, and there we go. 2397, and this guy here. Okay, so now if I'm looking at this current state, of course, the more you have, the better. I typically like to launch 15 to 20 of these in each particular campaign. Two different ways you can go and approach this. You can go and launch one campaign where you specifically go and launch people that have low reviews than you, regardless of the price, right? Or you can actually go and launch this one, so higher price and lower reviews. Now, the reason why this is beneficial to segment these specifically into separate buckets is because if these go head to head and you figure out that, hey, I'm able to take traffic more successfully than people that have a higher price than me instead of people who have a lower reviews, well, what that tells me is that maybe my product, maybe this product, people don't care about reviews, they care about a lower price. Right? Or for instance, maybe it's a product that is more technical or more specified. It has to be something that people need a lot of trust to build on in order to make that purchase. Maybe lower reviews is going to work. They need to have people that have more reviews in order to make a buying decision. Okay, so very, very powerful. Figure out which of these two works better for you. There's also the low review rating. Right? That can also be very powerful as well. And then on top of that as well, a few different ones that you can also test, especially when you have a very established listing, is new releases, right? So every single month we hunt for new releases, people that are absolutely brand new, right? The reason why is because those people are spending a lot of money in order for them to get ranked up. They're spending a lot of money to drive traffic to their listing because, as we all know, ranking is very important in the Amazon world. And if we can take that low-hanging fruit, especially when they have no reviews or little to no, that's some really easy money we can be making. Okay, so new releases. You can do one for top competitors. Now, for top competitors, typically I like to gun for top competitors when I know I have a unique offer, right? If you have a unique offer, you're typically charging a little bit more in terms of price. Top competitor is a good way to get a lot of traffic because they're getting a lot of traffic to their existing listing. But if we have something that really outshines exactly what they're selling, then we can get a lot of traffic or free traffic from them. Not free traffic, but cheap traffic from them and take their sales because we have a very unique offer. Now, the other one that we like to bucket into is low quality listing. So by a low quality listing, like for instance, looking at this is a low quality listing in my opinion. The reason why is, and it's not absolutely awful because there is quite a bit of stuff in here. But if we take a look at, some of the ones that we were in fact looking at, let's open up this. For this, for example, you got to think about it at a mobile standpoint. A lot of this text is going to be very hard to read. A lot of this is just not very good in terms of the actual quality and the benefits of the actual listing. So low quality listing is, not very good images, really bulky. Now, of course, it depends on your type of product, but really bulky bullet points. This here only has, this is a really bad listing in my opinion, right? Nobody cares really so much about the actual hardware that comes to it. It shouldn't be a whole image. The depth here, I could have done this in not even Photoshop. I could have done this in PowerPoint. And this again is not very good as well. And they're not even using all 7 of their images. So this gives me a good opportunity to be like, hey, well, number 1, he only has 4 stars. That goes a long way. Number 2, he's not really doing a lot for his listing to show why his product is better, how the product actually is in use, all of these different things. You can tell that the scale of the photos are not very good. Like there's no way that these screws are the size of basically the actual floating shelf bracket. So that could be something very, very good that you can implement even when you're more of a brand new listing and don't have a high review count or have a higher price than people. If you can take traffic from listings that have not done a good job in terms of optimizing, that could be a good way for you to test and see if that's something you can actually go and compete with. I hope this lesson was useful, guys. Basically, what you would be doing from here is taking and launching product targeting campaigns. Again, I did the example for higher price and lower reviews given this scenario here. However, if you do have a really high quality listing, if you do have an established listing, you can go and target new releases. You can go and target your top competitor if, of course, you have a very unique offering, and you can take a lot of traffic that way. And if you have a really high quality product where a lot of people have like this, like a 4-star, then, you can target and get some really good traffic that way. We'll be launching more of these videos. I hope this was useful. If you found value in this PPC hack or this PPC tutorial, drop a comment below of what you want to see next, and we'll go ahead and get some stuff filmed for you.